What if I told you that a once coined something most people ignore or throw away actually carries a hidden story of American history, economic change, and collectors' secrets that few people truly understand? This 1-cent coin is more than just the smallest denomination of US currency. It is a living symbol of America's past. First introduced to represent everyday trade, the Lincoln cent became a historical milestone when Abraham Lincoln's portrait was placed on it in 1909, marking the first time a real person appeared on a regular US coin. This decision alone changed American coinage forever. By the mid-20th century, especially around the 1960s, the 1-cent coin reflected a nation in transition. Rising copper prices, inflation, and changing manufacturing costs forced the U.S. Mint to rethink how these coins were made. Although many people assume all old pennies are rare, the real value lies in their composition, condition, mint marks, and subtle variations that most eyes miss. These coins passed through millions of hands used in grocery stores, vending machines, school cafeterias, and daily life, quietly witnessing major historical moments like economic booms, recessions, and cultural shifts. Over time, we're softened their details. But for collectors, that wear tells a story. How long the coin circulated, and how deeply it was embedded in everyday American life. What makes this 1-cent coin especially fascinating is that while it may look common, certain examples can be worth far more than face value due to errors, rare minting details, or exceptional preservation. To the trained eye, this tiny coin becomes a time capsule linking history, economics, and human behavior into a single piece of metal. As decades passed, the 1-cent coin quietly evolved alongside the nation itself. While its face design remained familiar to generations, subtle changes in metal composition, minting techniques, and surface finish reflected deeper economic realities. During periods when copper prices surged, the U.S. Mint was forced to balance tradition with practicality, leading to adjustments that most people never noticed, but collectors did. What truly separates an ordinary 1-cent coin from a historically important one is its condition and context. Coins that survived untouched in drawers, rolls, or forgotten collections tell a very different story than those worn smooth by daily use. Sharp edges, clear lettering, and strong details on Lincoln's portrait signal limited circulation, instantly increasing collector interest. Even more intriguing are coins that appear ordinary at first glance, but reveal doubled dies, off-center strikes, for subtle mint errors under magnification that transformed pocket change into prized artifacts. Beyond physical characteristics, the 1-cent coin holds emotional and cultural value. For many Americans, it was the first money they ever held as a child. It taught generations the basics of saving, spending, and value. That emotional connection is one reason why collectors continue to seek these coins. Even as digital payments slowly replace physical cash, the penny represents a simpler time when small change still mattered. In the numismatic world, this coin also serves as a gateway for new collectors. Unlike gold or silver coins that require significant investment, the 1-cent coin allows anyone to enter the hobby. Yet, ironically, some of the most expensive and US coins ever sold at auction are pennies, proving that value is not determined by size or denomination, but by rarity, story, and survival. As years go by, fewer high-quality examples remain available. Coins are lost, damaged, or melted, quietly shrinking the population of collectible pieces. This gradual disappearance is what fuels long-term interest and potential value. What looks common today may become surprisingly scarce tomorrow, especially as collectors grow more selective and grading standards become stricter. As collecting standards became more refined, professional grading services began to play a critical role in defining the true worth of 1-cent coins. Third-party grading not only authenticated coins, but also preserved them in sealed holders, protecting their condition for future generations. A single-point difference on the grading scales, such as moving from MS64 to MS65 can dramatically change a coin's market value, sometimes multiplying it several times over. This shift turned what was once a casual hobby into a serious field of study and investment. Another major factor influencing the legacy of the 1-cent coin is mint location. Coins produced at different U.S. mint facilities often show subtle variations in strike, quality, and availability. Certain years saw lower production numbers at specific mints, creating natural scarcity that collectors now chase aggressively. When combined with strong preservation, these low mintage issues stand out as key targets in advanced collections. Historical events also left their mark on the 1-cent coin. Economic downturns, wartime demands, and shifts in national priorities affected how coins were produced and distributed. During challenging periods, quality control sometimes suffered, resulting in weak strikes or unusual finishes deals that modern collectors carefully analyze. Each of these imperfections acts as a fingerprint of its era, tying the coin directly to a moment in American history. Over time, public attitudes toward the penny began to change. While some questioned its practicality in everyday commerce, collectors increasingly recognized its importance as a historical record. Every 1-cent coin serves as a miniature time capsule, reflecting the technology economy and artistic preferences of the period in which it was minted. This dual identity, ordinary and what keeps interest alive decade after decade. As new generations enter the numismatic world, the 1-cent coin continues to adapt. So the next time you see a simple 1-cent coin in your hand, don't dismiss it as pocket change. That tiny piece of copper may carry decades of history, hidden value, and a story most people never stop to notice. Because sometimes the smallest coin holds the biggest surprise.